Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano.
And I'm Mary Bridget Fasciano, Peter's sister.
Yep, I was going to say, this is my sister. I get comments every once in a while like, oh, I thought that was your wife. No, it's my sister.
Don't we look like?
A little bit.
A little bit.
So today's Wednesday. This is the segment that I have that I call Sip It or Skip It. I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone, and I do believe this is called Spin the Wheel Randomized Picker. And I believe it's available on Android and is it iOS? So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and look at your Play stores or wherever you get your apps, and it should be on there. We're gonna spin the wheel. Whatever it selects, she's gonna spin the wheel. Whatever it selects, I'm gonna pull it off the shelf. We're gonna pour it, do a quick review, let you know if we're gonna keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone, and then we're gonna replace it because we like it, or once the bottle's gone, we're gonna skip buying it and move on to something else. So,
ready?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What happens if it comes up with another peated one?
It won't. Bull Run
9.
Bull Run 9. This almost just made me cry.
Oh.
So,
does it have to do with Mom?
We picked this up in Portland.
Oh.
So this was my mom's last trip. So Bull Run was a whiskey that we picked up while we were in Portland. If you don't know, our mother passed away January 14th.
13th.
January 13th of this year. So we're managing the best we can. And this was obviously one that's going to be a little bit emotional. So let me go ahead and get this bottle out of the shelf, and then we'll pour it.
Wow, there's a lot gone already.
Yeah, we drank this quite a bit while we were in Portland. So Oregon single malt, Bull Run. We actually went into the distillery and ended up getting this bottle. I do believe it was a recommendation from the bourbon van for us to go up there. I think I shot them a message on their channel, and they said, yeah, definitely go get into Bull Run. So here we go.
All right.
So American single malt coming out of Portland, Oregon. So this is going to be a little bit different than a bourbon.
Did I have this with?
Yes,
I don't remember. Did I drink some of it when we were up there?
I think Stephen. I think it was just John and Steve in the distillery, right? This is sweet. I can smell it already, and it's a different sweet than bourbon.
So this is not a bourbon.
No, this is
an
American single malt, 9 years of age. Yeah, this smells much different than a bourbon. It's malty, and it has a little bit of a barnyard hay, wet hay kind of note to me.
Yeah, it does. But it does have like some bourbon-esque notes.
There's maple.
Yeah.
I get a lot of maple underneath there too as well.
And that's what I like about the bourbons. It's that maple, honey, vanilla.
Yeah, this has a little bit of a grassy, I wouldn't say floral, but it does have like hay notes to it, malt.
Mm-hmm, more earthy.
Yeah, definitely much more earthy. I mean, it smells good. Mm-hmm. It smells like it's going to be really sweet.
I'm excited because I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I have had single malts, but because I don't know the difference. Like when you say single malt to me, I just think that means a bourbon. So what is the difference between like
bourbon's made from corn, at least 51% corn, and then single malts is just malted barley.
Oh, there's nothing else in it.
There.
Okay.
It does smell good. It smells very sweet. There's a huge maple note that I keep getting.
But it's under.
Yeah. It smells pretty sugary. All right, let's cheers. There you go.
Ooh.
That's almost breakfast in a glass. I think that malty, sugary, hay-ish note reminds me of a pancake breakfast.
But it's not overly. Like there's something underneath it that I can't quite put my finger on it. It's different.
Yeah. It is different. Different than single malts that I've had in the past. I don't know if the single malts that I've had in the past have been as sugary sweet or as, not molasses, but syrup. It just reminds me of syrup over pancakes.
Is malt supposed to be sweet typically?
Yeah, I think so. I think inherently, malt has a sweet note to it.
Are we doing a second sip?
I'm going to.
Okay, like now?
Yeah. So cheers.
Thank you for appeasing me.
You're welcome. At the distillery, this was $109. I have recently seen this in Total Wines. I was kind of shocked when I saw this because it wasn't distributed to Phoenix or in Arizona prior to us leaving. And then about 2 or 3 weeks after we got back, I saw it sitting on the shelf. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. It is sweet. It's malty. It maybe has a little bit of a chocolate note, like a dark chocolate bitter note that's coming through.
Bitter.
Yeah, that's what I pick up.
Yes.
But there's still also a maple syrup note that's coming through that's given this a pretty, thick line of sweetness all the way through. From
See, I don't think
end.
it's as sweet as the bourbon that we did.
The Barton 1792?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like there's something that's just like it wants to be sweet, but there's something that is just pushing it down going, nope, I'm not going to let you be as sweet as you want to be. And I'm kind of finding that on my palate. Like I'm drinking it and I'm wanting it to be a little bit sweeter. And then that person is going, no, don't be so sweet. And then it fades away. And then I find myself thinking, oh, I wish that was a little sweeter. And then my alter ego says, yeah, but no, I kind of like that it wasn't sweet. And so now my alter egos are fighting with each other over, I think I kind of like it.
That's good. I'm glad that you do. I'm glad. To me, on those other sips that I got, now I'm going to bring it up again. There's a sweet tobacco note that's coming through. I think there's a bitter dark chocolate. I think there's barrel influence here that I'm getting on the side of the tongue. Overall, I believe it's sweet, and that does have hay, like a barnyard hay, funky, earthy note to it. And to me, I'm not the biggest fan of it, and especially being over $100, 9 years of age, unfortunately, even though this is gone, and this is also situational. We were in the distillery, we were in Portland, we were on vacation. This went down really, it went down really well while we were sitting at the house.
We were just sitting out back. The backyard was nice. The weather was perfect. It was July. It was amazing.
We were sipping on it, and we went through it quite a bit. But going back to it and revisiting it, this bottle will always have, I guess, nostalgia for me. But even though that is there, I still don't think that I would replace it. I don't think I would ever get rid of the bottle. I'll hang on to the bottle. But at that price and what I'm getting in the glass, even though it's good, I don't think it's going to be good enough for me to replace it. So for me, it's going to be a skip.
I'm having a hard time with this one. I think it's one that I have to have, like I can't just, because I don't, I know I'm stumbling over my words, but I'm trying to put into words how I feel about this. I would need to have it several more times to really try to figure out what it is that I think about this, because part of me is thinking I want it to be a little bit different than it is. So does that mean I don't like it? But then part of me is kind of intrigued by it a little bit. And so I think it's a whiskey that I would want to have over a period of time to kind of really figure out how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's great.
Because I don't dislike it off the bat, but I keep wanting it to be just a little bit sweeter. But then when that thought goes away, I'm not disappointed with the taste that I'm left with.
Okay. If this was on your shelf and you finished it.
Oh, you are going to make me.
If this was on your shelf and you finished it and you were still feeling the exact same way
that I'm feeling right now,
would you replace it?
No. Because I'm still kind of like, if I'm not really sure how I feel about something.
And $104 or $110.
At $104.
$110.
$110. Yeah. That's like if I was single and I decided to go on Match and I went on a date. And the first time I'm like, I'm a little intrigued. I'm not quite sure. And then I gave him a second chance and I was still like, I'm not quite sure. And after the third time, I'm like, I'm not quite sure. I wouldn't give him a fourth date. I'd be like, yeah, no, what is
Yeah.
it? Swipe left, swipe
I
right.
don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not on dating sites.
I'm not either.
I hope you're not.
No, I've been married 23 years. No, whichever
That'd
way
be a
you
shock
swipe.
to John.
But yeah. So if this was a dude, and I was a little intrigued, but there wasn't enough there to make me want to like go back again, I would skip him. So
All right.
I guess I would say I'm going to
All
skip
right.
this bottle.
So I think it's a skip for both of us,
Yeah,
and I
there
think
you go.
that
Do you
puts
like
me.
that analogy?
Yes, it was very nice. I think that puts me one skip ahead of the sips. So I think that's where we're going to leave it. Do me a favor, if you know of Bull Run, if you've ever had any of their expressions, let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. Like, subscribe, share. Do all those things that YouTubers ask you to do. Turn on that bell notification because I produce videos and release them
Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah, so to help me out a lot. And before we go, this video is coming out Wednesday, May 29th. Friday, May 31st, I am going to open up a giveaway. If you are interested in supporting the channel with a donation of $5 or any increment of $5, that will put you into the giveaway. Every $5 gets you one entry, something that I'm kicking around. I don't know how popular this is going to be, but I'm going to throw it out there, see what sticks. If it's a flop, I won't do it for June. I think that's it.
All right.
Wherever you're at in your journey,
I hope you are enjoying it because we are
certainly enjoying
definitely enjoying
ours.
ours, especially when it's together.
Yep. So cheers to Mom.
Cheers to Mom. Oh, Mom.
Cheers,
love
everybody.
you.
Love you too.
Were you just about to kiss me and I put my head on your shoulder?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I was just looking at you to see if you were crying.
No, that'll be later.
All right. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.